Hello, everyone. I hope that you can hear me all right and see me all right. Obviously, I don't want anything to happen like last week, but hopefully you can hear me. I've checked everything. I organized myself this week, and it is so lovely to be here with you guys. I know it is a Monday night. But you guys are here, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you to all of you for being here. Yay, this is good. This is good. Like everyone can hear me and see me. This is great. I am so pleased. Like, please, can this be like the first live that nothing goes wrong? Anyway, so guys, how are you all doing? I hope that you are all doing well. This week, hello. This is so nice to see. New names and obviously the regular. So like thank you for joining, everybody. So this week we were going to just do like a live Q&A. I forgot what it was called then for a second. A live Q&A just to kind of ask questions. I know like every week, we talk about certain things, and I know that a lot of you, when I read the chat, we have like so many questions and things, and I miss it. And so that's why I was just thinking, let's do a Q&A and let's just, answer questions, like see what's going on for you guys. But before I do, guys, where are you all from? Like I obviously know some of you which part of the world you are from, but the new people, and there's people who are obviously watching, please don't forget to hit the like button. I know that not everybody is active in the chat, but if you could just hit the like button, that would be amazing. So thank you. Thank you, Blake. Midnight Blue, Oxford. Hello, Zoe, Emsing. It's so nice to see you guys. Ponies Picks, Mitch. Hello. Chris, you're from Manchester. Minxie Moon, I love that name, from Kent, from the Netherlands. Oh, this is so lovely. Obviously, Norway, yes, for you, the guy next door. Austin, Wyoming, UK. So we've got a few UK people. Obviously, North London, Hertfordshire. Stephen Houghton. Stephen, where's that? Is that North or South UK? Scotland, yes, Boston, obviously. Oh, this is lovely. So literally from all over the world. I love it. Thank you so much for joining. And obviously, and Kenzie from Australia. Oh my goodness, it must be like either so early or so late. I know like you're 8 or 9 hours ahead. London, yes, West London, massive. Whoop, whoop. I used to do you know what, Zoe? I used to go to uni like back in the day in West London. It was, oh God, it was called Thames Valley University. I don't know whether you'd know it still from there. It was in Ealing, North Carolina, East Anglia, New Zealand. Oh, thank you. New Zealand is so far away. And Kenzie, yes, 6 a.m. Thank you so much for joining. I know, like, I am so grateful to all of you because I know that, the timings isn't great for everybody. I know, and it's like late for some of us, really early for some of us. And I completely understand, and I'm so grateful that each and every one of you do join here on the live. Like, it is absolutely amazing. So, yes, I do actually have tea. I do. Because obviously in the UK, we don't have summer here in the UK. For those of you that are in the UK, you know what I mean with the grey clouds and the rain. I don't know what's going on this year. Seriously. It's just like the worst. So we've still got winter here. So I've got a nice cup of tea. It's hibiscus tea. Actually, do you know what, guys? I don't know if any of you have read this. Dr. Sebi, he's got like this book out of like alkaline diet. I've been reading this book and it's blowing my mind. So there's obviously like more information that I'm kind of learning about, like an alkaline diet, also about fasting, all of this stuff. Like, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, the beauty of time zones. I know I'm swapping from subject to subject. Yes, the time zones, just trying to get to know. Oh, Who was that said that went to TVU? Oh my gosh. Did you really? Singh, you went to Thames Valley. Oh my God, I did my first degree there. Oh my gosh. Yes, in Ealing. 10 p.m. Yes, you guys are an hour ahead of us. Washout. Yeah, washout. It's so bad, July in the UK. So bad. And I know like other parts of the world are obviously like, they've got like heat wave and it's just too hot, which is just these abnormalities, in weather. It's just absolutely crazy. Like some people, are burning. It's just too hot, and there's others like freezing. It is. It's been really cold here in the UK, like one of the coldest summers. It's just, yeah, bipolar summer. Yeah, absolutely. So guys, I just wanted to say, if you have any questions, please do put them in the chat. Um, yeah, Yang, how's it going? Because we are also doing a live over on TikTok as well. Just wanted to see how that's going. So if any of you have any questions, please do get them on in the chat, because I am going to be reading the chat and answering your questions. If there's anything on your mind or anything that's been going on, please do put it in the chat so we can have a discussion. We can talk about something that's been maybe playing on your mind, maybe this week that has been going on. I've got to say, I've been struggling with my sleep this week. I have not been able to sleep. Sometimes I find it really difficult to switch off. And I don't know if any of you have been like feeling that as well, or suffering this, like this week, because I can sleep and then I wake up really early. But then I've just not been able to get off to sleep. And I think for me, what I do, because my sleep has been so weird and out of sync. I think like the week before, 2 weeks ago, I was just sleeping in to like 8, 9 o'clock. I know for me that is a sleep in, but this week I've been literally waking up so early, like 5, 6 in the morning, and you know what I do? I just get up. I just think, what is the point of going back to sleep? And then I just hit the gym. That's what I've been doing. And I've got to say, my friends, I have got to say, my arms are aching. They are really aching this week. I don't know why, because I've been working my legs and my arms, but my arms this week are they are really hurting me. Yeah, Chris, it could be the summer mornings. There's too much yeah, but I pull the blinds down so that, literally it's just dark. But here it's dark in the UK because we don't have any sun. We haven't seen sun for probably about a month. We have not, it's just always dark in the morning and it's raining. So John C says, I am being breadcrumbed right now, but didn't respond to their texts or calls today. Yeah, the breadcrumbing to try and trigger you. It's so hard, because I know all you want to do is just reach out, because that's what you've been waiting for. You've just been waiting for someone just to contact you, and you're just like, yeah, like, here's the contact. Like, I know what's going on. But the thing is, you can't, unless you want to go in this cycle again, because believe me, it's not going to get better. It is not going to get any better. You literally have to just detach from this, because otherwise you are just going to be going round and round and round in this scenario. And the thing is, it's that they're trying to see if they can get like a reaction from you. So you're doing the right thing. Just try and distract yourself. When you got those thoughts coming into your mind and you're like, oh my God, shall I do this? And like sometimes they can get really overwhelming. What I would say is literally just distract yourself for the time being. I know that this is not a long-term solution of distraction, but I'm just saying, just distract yourself just to help you. Candy says, Anushka, I am coping extreme vengeance from my ex. He is actively targeting me as his mask slips. Oh my God, seriously. What strategies can I implement to help not to let it impact me so much mentally? Okay, so Kendi, I'm really sorry you're going through this. What a absolute... Yeah, so what I would say to you in this scenario, um, you can control this, because this is about cognitive or mental psychological control. That's what he's doing. Okay, you can feel that vengeance. Of course he wants to get his own back, of course he does. Like, hello, of course he's going to want to do this to you, because you've got away, or you've somehow ended up, in a better position than he is. So he's trying to get you back. And that's what you've got to realize. It's a tit for tat kind of game. It's a minds game. So what you have to do is you have to just step away from this, and it's the energetic pull. I get it. It's the energetic pull. You have to step away from this and know that actually you are stronger than what he is doing. It's mind games. Ultimately, it's mind games. And if you realize exactly what's happening, then you are able to detach from this. The thing is like what I said to John, ultimately it is going to be distraction, maybe listening to some music, or going out, get in your car, put some music on, or go for a walk. I know it's probably not always easy, but what about maybe distract yourself, going to see friends, doing like a hobby or an activity. I would suggest meditation or reading a book, but that's not always helpful, because, like when your mind's, in that place, then you can't really read a book, you can't really meditate. So do something active, do something physical. I don't know, go shopping for clothes. I have a problem with this. I love shopping for clothes, but I'm not suggesting that you do this, but this is just more for distraction purposes. Or makeup is another thing. I know, because it works for me. When I just literally, my mind, I'm just shopping. So I hope that's helped. I know it's really hard when somebody, when they feel that vengeance, and it's like, oh my God, it's really uncomfortable. But know that it's not yours, and you can release it at any time. Jay says, my ex-narc broke up with me a year ago this week. She emailed me twice, once in December, then again in February. What is the possibility of hearing from her again, or is it truly over? Oh, hold on, it keeps going up. I would say, Jay, that you'll probably hear from her again. When narcissists get in contact, okay, what they're doing is they're keeping tabs, all right? They're watching you, all right? So they're seeing how well you are doing, what you are doing, what is going on, why you're doing this. So they're keeping tabs on you, because they need to know, like what's going on. And a lot of this stuff is to see if you have moved on, basically if you're with someone else. A lot of this time it is to do with that. Not that they want you back, not that they want to rekindle this relationship and you guys are going to have like the fairy tale relationship. That's not what this is about. They just want to see whether actually you are moving on with your life, whether you are getting things, like whether you're doing better. So it's this silent competition. Okay. And so if she sees that you're doing okay, she'll probably try some sort of contact with you. The fact that, look, you've got to understand it in this way, right? Once you end a relationship with someone, it's over, right? That's it. It's end. You've made that decision. I'm done. Okay. And so that's what's happened. And with a narcissist, usually it's very final. It's very dramatic, these explosions and fireworks. And it's just always so chaotic, and it's like a circus what happens, and so we think, okay, it's very final, and lo and behold, they get in contact with you. And they always do this, they always get in contact. You think in your mind, right, it's done, like it's over, and then they're back again. So the fact that she's contacted you twice, there is probably going to be a third time. But what I would say to you is, where do you want to go in all of this? Because you probably could go back onto this cycle with the narcissist. It's not going to be the same relationship as it was before, because it never is. It's just for resources, just what you can supply the narcissist. So really, you just got to think like, what are you willing to lose? Because you're not going to win in this situation, you're going to lose. So just think of it as they are using you for what you can give them, because you're transactional. I hope this helps. I know it's not easy to hear. Like, I know it's quite hurtful, but you've got to look at it as, you know, that's really what is happening. Ponies Picks, Mitch, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bless you. Been just over a year now, and crickets from the narcissist. Yes, that's exactly where we want to be. My love now really told her off back then about reaching out. Please explain how the narcissist knows there is no supply left, basically. Right, so Mitch, this is a good one. And I've got to say, I resonate with this. Hashtag low-key, I resonate with this. So what happens is, Mitch, is that when you realize, when you get too strong, or when you see through the narcissist's games, you are no longer vulnerable. You are no longer emotionally vulnerable. So they know that they're not going to be able to manipulate you, control you, gaslight you, try and tell you lies. They know. Okay, they know that you've like, literally, I've had none of it. And so because you're stronger, you behave differently, you speak differently, they can tell. So that's how they know. That's how they know. Like, for example, in my experience, just saying this, that, look, I went public. I went onto YouTube. So, of course, I'm going to also hear crickets. Nothing. So and a lot of us are like, oh my God, we've heard from ours. And does that mean that we're not doing well? No, you are doing well. But remember, each person deals with this differently. Like, each narcissist obviously has their own motivation, has their own things. So they're going to do certain things that others are not. And so you've got to understand this is a personality disorder. Like, they're not, most of it is textbook, but there's going to be different bits that, are not going to be the same as everybody else's experience. I talk a lot about that you're going to hear from them. Most of the time you do, like 80% of the time you do. But my case, I didn't. So do you see what I mean? Like, it really just depends on that person. Oxford, oh, do you know what? You're amazing. 9 months, no contact. Rounds of applause. Hoovering is less, but I know they'll be back. Oxford, in your case, yeah, it's kind of like this cycle that goes round and round, and you know they're going to come back. You know that this is what is going to happen. But it's all right. You're strong and you can see through it, and it's fine. A relationship is a world of problems. Yes, exactly. It is. John Q says, she came back 5 years later. I broke my rule and took her back and tried to talk about the lie or real cheating she told me. Yeah, this is what I mean. John Q, you're absolutely right. They do, like, you take them back, they're just going to lie to you again. They're not going to tell you the truth. It's going to frustrate you. And that's the hurtful thing. They just continue to lie. So I completely understand. It is very difficult and it's really hard, but it is just about letting go. It's about seeing this for what it is. And it's about, standing up for yourself, being strong, knowing that you are going to be okay no matter. You're going to be all right. Like, come on, guys, you're going to be all right on your own. You don't need this person to literally keep poisoning your life, because that is what is happening. This is about you making that choice for you. All right, it's just gonna keep going in this cycle, and that's what it is. Narcissists are all about cycles. I did a video about this. I don't know whether it was this week or no, it was last week, where I talked about the narcissist time frames or something like that. I think it was last week, and that's exactly what I talked about. Is the cycle, is exactly the cycle. Guy next door, thank you so much. Over, not for a narc. When it's over, it's up to us. Yes, that's exactly it. It is very, very true. If it's over, we say it's over. Ultimately. Okay? Because they'll keep coming back because you're giving them good supply. Why would they not? They're going to keep coming back for more. And it doesn't matter if they're with someone long term. They don't care. They'll cheat. That's what they do. That it's just for them. It's all about how many people I can have. They love the cheat, don't they? Yes. So when Anushka says it's fine, my blood pressure goes right down. Thank you for the soothing, supportive words. Bless you. Oxford is going to be fine. It is so going to be fine. You're gonna smash it like you have done. 9 months. Like, honestly, it's brilliant. Daryl says, over 100 days of my initiation of no contact with the narcissist. Now she wants to be my friend. Oh, of course. I have not responded. I want to, but haven't. Why is it so hard to not respond? That's a really good question, actually, Daryl. And I completely understand, right? So, you know what it is? For us, it's really hard to ignore someone. Thank you so much, Mitch. I'm going to answer yours in just a moment. I'm just going to finish this question of Daryl, but I'm going to answer. Thank you so much, Mitch. So it's really hard for us to ignore someone. Like, I don't know, I find it very difficult to ignore someone, like long term, like for it to go on and on and on. I'm not like that. Like, it's really hard for us to just have no contact or just, do the silent treatment to someone, because that is abuse. That's really abusive. Like, you just stop talking to someone and they don't even know why. Like, that is abusive. All right. So for us, it's very weird. We're not constructed in that same way. We don't think like that. Like, what the narcissist is doing this for, right? When they go no contact, they're doing it to punish, to get an outcome, they have an agenda. All right. But for us, it feels very strange to not answer back. Somebody's giving you communication. It's rude not to answer back, right? It's very rude. We're not rude. And so we've not been taught that. So that's why it feels very uncomfortable for us. So when they communicate with you, it's really difficult. We have to literally restrain ourselves from answering. And I know it's really hard. I know it's not easy at all. But the thing is, you've got to think of it like this. If you answer back, you basically are saying, yes, I want more abuse, because that's ultimately what it will be. Okay. And it's like, if you read in the comments, I can see that a lot of you have gone back. A lot of you have kind of, gone back to the narcissist, gone back to the cycle, because it's so easily done. And it's never a relationship like it was before. So, like, what you're doing is you're wasting your time and, your energy and your time, like, and your emotions. So you have to stick up for yourself. Like, you have to put protective measures in place. That's ultimately what you have to do. I hope that answers your question. Okay, Mitch, I am going to your question. Oh, absolutely. They reached out multiple times before, but when they find out you have moved on and they've been called out, there is no supply left. And that's when it's crickets. Yeah, you're right. Exactly that. They try. And this is it. This is about them. This is what I mean. They try to come, but they always, all of them do. They try to see whether they can trigger you. Now think about that. When it's over, okay, in your relationship, or when even a friendship or a relationship or whatever, it's done. Yeah. So you've made that decision. It's over. It's done. You don't want to go back to this. You don't want to have this person in your life anymore. You've made that decision. And then this person comes back. Like, what the hell? Seriously, what is going on? Why do people do this? Well, think about it. Why would a person, wouldn't you be embarrassed if someone has said to you that they don't want to talk to you anymore? Like, okay, that's it. Wouldn't you be embarrassed? Because I would be. I'd been like, oh my God, I would have been hiding under my bed. I won't be reaching out again. But no, not a narcissist. They have no shame. And the reason for this is because it's supply. Like, they need to get their needs met. Can you see how important this aspect is for a narcissist, to get their needs met? Like, that is what is at the forefront of their mind. They don't care if they're being embarrassed, like you're just going to ghost them, like you're not going to like answer their message. They don't care. They're like, as long as I get, and I've got to try, as long as I get my message across, or as long as I get some sort of communication. And you know what? I think that they also think that if they keep trying, that over time you will respond. And this is it, right? This is the hard bit, to try and not say a word, not anything. That is then you're proving them wrong. You're becoming unpredictable to the narcissist at that point. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, they don't know how to take you. They're like, oh, they're not responding like they normally would have. Like, oh, why are they doing this? What is going on? You know, so you've got to become unpredictable to the narcissist. So meaning that you cannot behave in the same way that you have done beforehand. You've got to become a person that actually, you know what, they cannot predict your next move. And that's right, Chris. Any response is some response. So they're clicking it in their head. Don't want to talk to you. Just go away. Because ultimately, what are they going to be doing? They're not just doing it to you. Please know that they've got other people that they're trying to get in contact with. So if it's not you don't respond, they're going to try someone else. Believe me, you're not that special. And I know that. How bad is that? Like, that is true. You know, they've got other people. They don't think you're special. They think they are special. They think that they own you. And that's all about the displacement, isn't it? The attachment, the displacement of how they think that people are transactional. People are objects, objectification. There's no connection. And this is what I'm saying, guys, this is what it's always been about. Connection. When you're not connected, when you don't feel emotion, nothing, you don't. Yeah, I like that. Yes, press the like button so the narcissist never comes back. Please, guys, please. I would love it if you pressed the like button. You know, so they think that they own us. And then when you're not connected to anything, nothing matters. It's just, everything is just so surface level. Mitch, bless you. That's the third time. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I've told you this before, and you've taken it about it. They'll show up where you hang around, and if you shut them off, you need to put your foot down. If you want this to stop, stand up for yourself. Thank you so much, Mitch. Honestly, Mitch, thank you. Rounds of applause to you for these encouraging words. It's true. They will come back. They'll literally they'll come to your house. They'll come to your work, and they will wait for you to finish. They will come to your house, and they will make sure that you listen. Okay? Because they want your attention. You've got to be strong. Like, you've got to look at it like, would a healthy human being do that? Or would they just respect the fact that you don't want to communicate with this person? And you're right, Mitch. If you want this to stop, stand up for yourself. You've got to use your own initiative here. Mitch, you are right. Absolutely. Rounds of applause to you. You've got to use your own initiative here, because look, what are you going to keep doing? Keep going back? For what? What are you going back for? What? For a week or two? Maybe 4 weeks? It feels great. And then they're going to go back to doing what they've always done. They're not going to change. They're not invested in changing. Now, how many times have they said sorry to you? Oh, I'll never do it again. And then they do. Like, when someone says sorry, okay, you learn from that mistake. You learn. Okay, everyone makes mistakes. Everybody. I do all the time. But when you say sorry, okay, you're like, okay, I note it. I'm not going to do that same thing again. So then you don't. But not a narcissist. They keep doing the same thing over again because they don't care whether they've upset you. They have something, or they lack empathy. They lack this something that actually connects you to you. They're not able to do this. And empathy is something that is taught. We're not born with it. We're taught in childhood. And obviously the narcissist comes from quite a destructive, quite a traumatic family dynamic. And so they're not able to understand this. This wasn't taught to them. So they can't place themselves in somebody else's shoes. And that, my friends, thank you so much, Singh. Bless you. Thank you. They were more bad than good, but I keep remembering the good times we had. Why is it so hard to forget those few good memories? That's a really good question. Really good. Okay, I'm going to give you the long explanation. Our mind plays tricks on us. Okay, it does. I'm sorry to say this, guys. This is why I always say we are not our thoughts. We have to control them, guys. We have to control our thoughts and our emotions. Guys, this is so important. I'm not saying that we've got to become like robots. I'm not. But when things like this happens, when we're remembering all these amazing times that we've had with this person, yeah, okay. They were nice. They were nice in that time. But that doesn't excuse the person that they are and the things that they've done to you. Just because they took you out for a beautiful meal, but then they cheated on you a month later, does not excuse the fact that they cheated on you. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Oh, I love that, Kendi. Observe, not absorb. I love that. You're right. So, our mind, all right, and our ego linked together, okay, they don't want us to hurt. So our ego is all about our survival, ensures our survival. So in order for us not to hurt, let's just remember the good times. Mitch, thank you so much. I'm going to answer your question in just a moment. I'm going to scroll down. So in order for us to not feel the pain, we remember the good times. That's what's happening. And the guy next door, bless you so, so much. So when we're remembering the good times, we don't think of the bad times. But the reality is that we are being nostalgic. We are romanticizing the situation so that we are not hurt. That's why that happens. That's why this happens. It is really, really important that you see this for what it is. And I always say this to my clients, and I'm going to say it to you guys, especially to you, Singh. I want you to get 2 sheets of paper, all right? And on that one piece of paper, I want you to write down how amazing this narcissist is. I want you to write down how wonderful, the times that you had, the things that you experienced together, the places you went, and how they made you feel. On the second piece of paper, I want you to write down the reality of the situation. What really happened? What really went down? And why you guys are not together right now. Okay? Take your time. Write this over a few days. Don't rush it. So it's really important that you see this for what is really happening. Okay? Yes, I know, Yang. It's very distracting because the phone's here and it keeps buzzing, but it's all right. Yes, he did text saying donations really help. So I really appreciate them. Thank you. I really, really am so grateful. Thank you. You're welcome, Singh. I hope that explains it. But remember, it's our mind playing tricks on us. That's what's really happening here. And so you've got to just navigate your mind. You've got to see it for what it really is. But try this exercise because it really helps. You'll see it in black and white right in front of you and you'll be like, right, okay. So every time you're romanticizing this person, I guarantee you'll go to that piece of paper and you'll look and you'll think, yeah, I remember when they did that. Yeah, that doesn't make it right. So let me just scroll down here. Okay, so Mitch, thank you so much. Thank you. Please don't be sorry. It's fine. Keep them coming. I hope it's not the last one. Okay, but the new supply will be there and you won't even know. And they will try to spin something to get you to interact with them. Don't fall for it. Do you be strong. Mitch, thank you so much for your encouraging words. You're absolutely right. There's going to be new people. There's always going to be new people that take your place. They're not just going to keep you and put you on a pedestal and think, oh, you're right, that's it. They are going to be there. No, you're replaceable. Remember, objectification. They don't connect. They don't connect emotionally to anybody. They can't do it, guys. They can't do it. So they're going to replace you. You're going to, if it's not you, it's somebody else. So that's what you have to understand. This is why it's called a personality disorder. This is why I always talk about it. It's okay, you guys had a relationship with this person, but the thing is, they don't connect. All right, they're not able to do this. This is part of the ailments of this personality disorder. It's emotions. All right, they're not able to connect. They disconnect. Right, like how sometimes maybe we did when we were traumatized. It's a human response. We all do it. When we are highly traumatized, we disconnect from who we are. Okay, because it's our protective measure. All right, it's to protect us. Like our mind, in order for us to feel good and we feel protected, it makes us think about the good times, the good memories. And this is where it trips us up, because we're thinking, well, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad that they did this to us. It wasn't that bad, that they cheated on us, and did all these things. Maybe I should take them back. No. It is really bad what they did. It is. And no one should treat you like that, because you don't deserve that. You deserve better. You are more than that. And that's what you've got to remember. Who are they to make you feel like this? Like when you're in a partnership, when you're in a relationship with someone, or even in family members as well. Like I'm talking about relationships per se, all right? It's two people in this, not one person, doing like making it happen, what's the word? You're not piggybacking that person. It's two people, like 50-50, all right? And you respect one another. Okay, you want the best for the other person. Okay, you want to uplift the other person so that they have a good life, like, because you love them, you care for them, right? You don't want someone else to suffer. And that's because you guys love people unconditionally. They love you conditionally. So you've got to keep doing things for them. You have roles and things and expectations that you've got to uphold. That isn't a relationship. That isn't love. That's slavery, modern slavery, and you're not even getting paid for it. Thank you so much, guy next door. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Guys, thank you to all of you for your donations. And honestly, I haven't been texted to say this. I'm actually saying this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, because it does really, really help me. And also the likes on these lives as well, to get that information out there. Hopefully, like, this information gets to someone who really needs it, who really needs to hear it. So thank you so much to all of you who have donated so far. I really, really appreciate it. So the guy next door says, narcissists will never voluntarily back off. Yes, this is very true. Very, very true. They are so entitled to voluntarily do so. They leave us alone when forced to do so. No contact. That's right, because you make the decision every single time. It's you making that decision. Okay? And that is what you have to remember. Oh my goodness, I've mucked this up now. Right, there we go. I didn't want any more technical hitches this week. Oh my God, please, just 1 week. 1 week where something doesn't go wrong. Thank you so much, True Crazy Line. I'm glad you got the notification and you're here. I appreciate it. Thank you. So Carly, bless you. I think I'm permanently stuck with my narcissist. I'm too worn down and depressed to leave. Carly, my dear Carly, can we show a bit of love to Carly? You are going to get through this, but what I don't want you to keep saying is that narrative where I'm permanently stuck, I'm too worn down and depressed. Okay, because remember, your ears are always listening. And whatever you're thinking, you're bringing that into your reality. Depression, depression works in cycles, okay? So you'll get to the next part and you'll feel a little bit stronger. I think what you really need at the moment, all right, what you really need at the moment is probably some rest, okay, and for you to look after you. Oh, Oxford, I love that. A t-shirt that says no contact. Thank you for all the love, guys, for Carly, because Carly is really suffering at the moment. You need to rest, okay? I think you just need to take the focus off them, and you need to just think about you. If it's sleep that you need, try and get some sleep if you can. If it is maybe your appetite's affected, try and maybe get some like protein shakes or some like nutritious juices, just something that is going to make you feel good. Go into nature, just surround yourself in nature. Thank you, Midnight Blue. All right, that's what you really need to do. You need to feel strong again in yourself, and you need to do this for you. All right, because no one's going to do it for you. You've got to do it for you, and you're worth fighting for. Okay, and each and every one of us here in the community, we know how you're feeling because we have been there too. But please know that you will get through this, and you will get to the other side. Okay, you will find the strength within you. Okay, the depression, like I said, it works in cycles. At the moment, maybe you're feeling really depleted, like you've got no energy, and it's going to be okay. All right, promise you, it's going to be absolutely fine, but you've got to fight for this. All right, listen to uplifting podcasts, or maybe like some videos just to help you, with the mind, so the rumination and the overthinking, it doesn't keep going round and round. You can do this. All right, and you're not alone. Carly, you're not alone. Rashid says, how common is NPD along with borderline personality disorder and ASPD, antisocial personality disorder, or schizophrenia? That's a really good question. Okay, so what you're asking, I'm going to say to you, it's all very common. It all exists within a cluster B personality presentation. So it's what we're talking about here. Okay, this is my favorite subject. Right, so what we're talking about here is a personality disorder. Okay, it's an umbrella term. So there's many different offcuts of that. So you've got like the emotionally unstable, you've got the borderline. These are, but ultimately what it's all describing is that one thing, a personality disorder. We've all got a personality. But what does that mean, a disordered personality? Well, ultimately, what this has all got to do with is our emotional connection to ourselves and to others. Okay, that's what it's really about. It's about how we relate to others. And these cluster B personality disorders are all about dysfunctions in interpersonal relationships, because ultimately, you're not going to know if someone's got a personality disorder by looking at them. Some you would. Some you actually would, but it's not always prevalent, and you don't always see it. Okay, so it's only by spending time with this person that after a while you'll realize, okay, something's not quite right here. Okay, so it's very common for all of those to exist. Now, what we're looking at here is something called an Axis 1 disorder, and an Axis 1 disorder is something that is untreatable with medication or with therapeutic treatment. It's something that can be managed, but it cannot be cured. Thank you so much, Mitch. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. But I will read that out in just a moment. So this is what I was going to say. Like, have any of you been able to actually sometimes, I don't know, see out in like when you're out with out, I don't know, shopping or with your friends, have you ever kind of noticed that someone is behaving in a strange way, or in a way that made you think there's something not quite right with that person? If so, press yes, put yes in the chat. That would be amazing, because then you will know, and it will be easier for you to identify. Okay, so we're talking about personality disorders that make it very difficult to be able to have interpersonal relationships, to connect with others. While schizophrenia is it's about hearing voices. I don't necessarily think that people with personality disorders do to the same extent as someone with a diagnosed schizophrenia, but I think they do on some level. I think that they do. Okay, So what I'm saying to you, it all intermingles because it is an axis 1 disorder. Hope that helps. Hope that answers it, and I hope that is easily understandable, the explanation. Right, so Mitch, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Mitch, hats off to you. Thank you. So Carly, nobody on here got better overnight. It takes time. Work on yourself. Get your mind on new things that are going to keep you busy. Everything eventually will get better. Stay busy. Oh, Mitch. Oh, I'm sending you big hug. Honestly, such a big hug. That's so sweet. So Carly, my dear, I hope that you hear this and I hope that you read this. This is for you, okay? You will get better. You know, you will be able to distract yourself from things. You know, like you will be able to get back to you. And that's the most important thing that I want you to know, because a lot of us, when we're in this dynamic, we always think that we're not going to get better, that we are going to, you know, fall short and like we're going to be like stuck like this, but we're not, are we, guys? We can get through this. We can move forward. So type in the chat, we can move forward, because these are encouraging words. This is important for us to actually acknowledge this and know that actually we will get through this. So you can just type it in the chat. That would be amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm losing. Dara says, everyone makes mistakes. I do. I apologize to her and didn't even expect a response. I need to move on. It helped me. We can move forward. I love it, guys. Keep typing. We can move forwards in the chat. Like, this is so lovely. Oh, I love it. Yes, because we can. And for those of you who need to hear it, and this is like affirmation and confirmation that we can and that you will do it. And you know what? Like, this, it doesn't happen overnight, and I know where we are, it's feeling really uncomfortable and we're like, oh, I hate this, like I really hate this, but you know what, you will move forward from this. I love it. Keep typing, guys. We can move forward. Yes, trauma bonded, not love. Yes, that's it. We can move forward. We can heal. We can learn. That's right, Louise. Thank you so much, all of you. Oh, I love that, Brian. Failure is not an option. Yes, Zoe, you've moved forward. I love this. Absolutely, Brian. Mind over emotion. We are, but yeah, trauma bonded. So that's the thing about moving forward. This is about, you know, choosing you and knowing that you are the most important. Okay, that's what this is about. The moving forward is actually choosing you. Oh my goodness, guy next door, thank you so much. Thank you. It's also called dark triad personality types. The dark triad is divided into narcissism. I can never say this word. Machiavellianism. Sorry, I can never say it. I'm sorry, guys. This is so bad. I know. And I talk about this all the time, and I can't say the word. Machiavellianism. That's the best it's gonna get. Sorry, that's the best it's gonna get. And psychopathy. These characteristics can be found in most cluster B disorders. That's right. Guy next door. It's like what I said last week. We really need to do a live together. You know so much information. Yeah, so it is. It's a personality disorder. It's a dark triad, cluster B. These ones, the cluster Bs are, yeah, they're a bit difficult to diagnose. Definitely. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. Carly, I feel for you. Mine leaves every day to spend money and time with his new supply. I started taking hot baths, taking care of my skin. Let's face, they steal your self-esteem. Take it back. Yes. Thank you so much, Kelly. I really appreciate your kind words. You're absolutely right. This is about taking your life back, and I'm so sorry that you experience it too, that he leaves to go with this new supply. Ugh, God. It's so awful, I know. But You are doing you. You are choosing you. And that's where I said, guys, write down, we can move forward. That's moving forward is about choosing you. It's about choosing you. Because you are the most important. Eric says, would reading the DSM help? Oh my gosh. Do you know, I had to read the Diagnostic Statistics Manual, obviously, because I was doing the doctorate and the doctorate and the, oh, here we go. This is the first one of the, I forgot the word. Masters, that's it. My master's in clinical psychology, so we had to read that. It's not an easy read, and it's, I think it's written in really old language as well. If you want to read it, you can. The information is out there, and I think you can access it off the web. But we actually had the actual Diagnostic Statistics Manual, and we had to read through all of it. Most of it. I didn't read all of it. Oh my God. It's too much. My tea's gone cold, but it's all right. I like cold tea. It's fine. Yes. So yeah, reading that manual. Oh boy, I hope you probably fall asleep to it. That's right, Brian. Silence is the best answer to those who don't value your words. Love that. That is brilliant. Silence is the best answer to those who don't value your words and don't respect you. Okay, who don't respect you. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you treat others how you'd want to be treated yourself. You know, that is what is important. That's right, Chris. I'm not going to say it. Being sneaky and dubious. Yes, that's right. I can't say it, guys. I cannot say the word. I don't know why I can't. Machiavellism. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I feel so embarrassed. Like I can't actually say the word. Oh my God. Yeah. Brian says, protect your heart, protect your spirit, protect your minds, protect your energy, protect you. That's it. That's it. Come on, guys, 3 more likes. For those of you that have just joined the live, please press the like button. Please. It will get this information out there for those who really do need to hear it. And I really appreciate the support as well. Guys, you all mean so much to me. And I know those of you also that are watching who are not, participating in the chat. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. I am glad that you are here. And I hope that this information is, getting to the people who need it. And I'm really hoping that it is helping you in some way, because that's ultimately why we did the lives, with the Q&A, so that we can help you. I really hope that we could hit 100. That would be amazing. I'd be really grateful. You're welcome, Louise. Hello, Hazel Eyes. So really, ultimately, it all stems from you, doesn't it? It's always been about you. But you see, the attention is taken away from you because somebody else wants to take it away from you, which is very unnatural. It's the disconnection. When someone isn't connected to themselves, they want to take something from you that isn't theirs, or not that you are willing to give them that. They just take it, they steal it. Ultimately, don't they? They steal it. But when someone is stealing your time, your energy, your love, your money, what are you going to do? You're going to keep letting them take it? You're going to keep giving it for free? So this is where you have to stick up for yourself. For those of you who feel bad that you're not answering back, but this person is stealing from you. Aren't they? They are taking something from you that you don't really want to give. So how is that bad? How is that bad that you are going no contact, that you are choosing you? We can move forward. To move forward is about choosing you, ultimately, isn't it, my friends? Good night, M. Singh. But it all takes time, Kelly. I know it all takes time. At the moment, you are stuck in a situation, but it's okay because nothing lasts forever. You're going to change it, aren't you? Okay, so it doesn't mean that you're gonna stay in this scenario for the rest of your life. Things will change. Actually, it says if someone's mum is suffering from schizophrenia and the daughter is diagnosed with NPD, BPD, and has genetic disposition to schizophrenia, what does the future look like for such a person? Oh, goodness. This is all about emotional inability to be able to connect. So it would mean that the mother is probably heavily medicated, so she's unable to be a mother to her daughter, and which would probably explain why the daughter has been diagnosed with borderline and with narcissism. It is unfortunately, it is a behavioral ailment, okay, and I would say that it makes it quite a difficult relationship between the mother and the daughter. It will be about getting supply, I guess, emotional supply. Yeah, the guy next door. I was thinking, yeah, the same thing. Trying to read the DSM-5 manual, I find it very outdated and not quite up to date with what we are facing these days. It's true because, like, like when you read. Sorry, my hair's gone sticking out. But when you read what narcissism is, it's like somebody who looks at themselves in the mirror, or someone who's got a lot of confidence. But guys, like, which one of your narcissists actually used to do that? Like, look in the mirror, have lots of confidence. Yeah, some of them do, but a lot of them don't. Who's had load of confidence and looked at themselves in the mirror? How is that relevant to what we are going through? Why do they not talk about manipulation, control, gaslighting? Guy next door, thank you so much. The DSM is probably one reason for the misdiagnosis. Yes, I think a lot of it is misdiagnosed because of that, outdated from God knows when. I don't know. They were still driving cars without engines in, like, back in the day. I don't know when it was written, but it's just so outdated. It's not even relevant to what we are going through nowadays. Like, this is what I mean. What am I drinking? This is my hibiscus tea. That's what I'm drinking. And it's red and I love it. Yeah, it doesn't fit with what we go through, does it? Do you know what I mean? Like, why do they not talk about how they lie? What's pathological lying? Why do they not talk about that? Why do they not talk about the disconnection from themselves, the not understanding of social cues? Where's that in the diagnosis? It's not in there. So I think it's very outdated. And even the textbooks, when I was learning it in my clinical psychology masters, like, you're reading the book, and then it's very different to real life. It's very different. Like, even when I was doing the doctorate, like, when they look at, like, psychotherapy and how you work with clients, it's one thing written in the textbook, But then when you're actually in real life, you know, you're working with clients, completely different. So this is all about how you interpret that information and how you get it across, how you put it up there. That, I guess, that's how I look at it. It's like how you interpret that information. So I think, and I also think, just to add a point here, that it's really important because, you know, we get a lot of our information from social media. And if it wasn't for, you know, like videos on YouTube or, you know, people putting this information out there, not only YouTube, but I mean, like obviously Instagram and TikTok, you know, there's people putting this information out. If there wasn't for those people talking about it, you know, in real life experiences, because I know that lived experience is also very important. And that's how you understand what has been happening to you. So if it wasn't for those people putting this information out there, a lot of us would have still struggled. Think about it, like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, nobody really knew about this. And people were suffering. People just took it because, look, emotional abuse is not easy to spot, is it? Like, guys, you know what I mean. It is not easy to spot. How can you spot? How do you write a definition of emotional abuse? Can anyone tell me, like, how do you write a definition of emotional abuse? I mean, what? Somebody that lies to you, somebody that makes you feel like you're the problem all the time. You get blamed for everything. You're not you're discounted. You're just ignored the whole time. You know. Thank you so much, Roxy. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying the live. You're very welcome, and I'm really glad that it's helped. You know, like, how do you understand what emotional abuse is? Like, it's not written. Like, why isn't it? Or psychological abuse, when someone continuously lies to you and tries to change your reality. Where's that in the DSM? It's not there. So it's more about someone looking in the mirror, because honestly, like, if you ask the general public, and I did do this, you know, when you talk about that, when it's someone new that you meet and they're like, oh, so what do you do? And I never say, oh, I do. I'm, you know, like, I'm on social media, I do this. I'm just like, yeah, I work in mental health. You know, because then they ask like 410 questions and you just want to go. So I never say. It's just like, yeah. Anyway, but most people think that narcissism is about someone looking in the mirror and having lots of confidence. And it really is far from that. That is a symptom of their diagnosis, of their ailments, right? Pure evil. Joy says there's so much value in anecdotal stories, personal experiences, indeed. Yeah, it's true. Like, you know, it's how you interpret that information, then you get it out there. And I think a lot of us, you know, each and every one of us could write a book on our experiences and what we have all been through, because it is absolutely, I think it's absolutely awful. It's disgusting, you know, but we got through this. We got through to the other side. Your opinion on the use of omega-3 fatty acids in BPD? It will help the brain function better, I would say, because omega-3 does, because it also helps with amino acids as well, combined with the fatty acids. But in terms of a cure, no, it's not. It's great because it will make the brain function, but if it's already got ailments, it's not going to help it. It's not actually going to cure it. So guys, if you've got any questions for me, please do put them on the screen, like on the screen, on the chat. I mean, I'm trying to like read through this. Please let me know if there's anything that you've been struggling with, or just drop a hi to say that you're here. And also, if you're new, please do press the like button. Really, really appreciate it. I don't know how many likes are we on now. Hope it could get it to 100. I'd be so grateful, guys. True crazy line. You're right. Emotional abuse is such a horrific thing because it's so harmful, but also because it's so much harder to prove and get other people to understand what's happened. You're right. Like, yeah, how do you talk about it? How do you say it? Like, this is what's happened to me. And because it's so covert, you know, how do you explain it? That's a good point. Yeah, how do you explain emotional abuse? Yeah, it's true. Thank you, Yang. He always tells me, oh, 20 likes to 100. That would be amazing if we just got to 100. Yeah, how do we explain emotional abuse? Because it is covert. We don't see it, we feel it. But how do you explain that? For example, some of us might be going through court. So how do we explain that? How do we explain it in places where, you know, it really matters to explain it? Good morning. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Oh, and don't forget to press the like button. Thank you. Dalesford, I haven't seen your post in a while, Anushka. It's nice to see you. It's nice to hear from you. Have you not been seeing my posts? I know I don't post every day. This is bad. I need to like post more posts. But the videos are there every day. I post like a couple of shorts and videos. Oh, that's a good point. Yes, press the bell button. Thank you. Oh, Daryl, that's lovely. You're not alone in your journey. No, none of us are alone. Neil says emotional vampires. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's how you explain it. They're emotional vampires because they are. How do I stay detached from the narcissist? Roxy says, seeing as I'm going to see this person in a few days and there are still feelings, I don't want to be hurt again. Oxford, I've seen your question. I'll answer it in a moment. Roxy, what I would say to you is the art of detachment is very hard right at the beginning, and it's going to feel near enough impossible. And of course, you have feelings. They will go in time. But right at the moment, it's practicing detachment. It's like what I said earlier to M saying, just write it down on a piece of paper all the things that you love about this person, and then all the things that actually really happened, because it will help you to navigate your mind to seeing the truth. And I feel like this is such an important task to do, because it will help you to see the reality of what really is going on, help you to see what has happened. And I think this will help in your case. But it is about detaching yourself, and this person doesn't have the same feelings for you, and that is what you have to remember, is that they don't feel the same thing, they don't connect to you. Guy next door, and I hope that's helped, Roxy. Guy next door, thank you so much. So Guy next door says manipulation, gaslighting, financial exploitation, withholding intimacy, triangulation, emotional affairs, even the idealization was abuse. Yes, it all started from the beginning when they said, hi, how are you? And we didn't know, but it all started from there because they watched you. They picked you for a reason. They knew you were kind. They knew you were lovely. They knew you were nice, empathetic. So they picked you. Thank you so much, Guy next door. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. So Oxford, hold on. What were you saying? Anushka, please help me with the issue of lost time. So many things could have been different. Oh, bless you. I know. Right. The whole thing with time is you're not going to get it back. What's happened has happened. You're not going to get it back. So you have to make peace with that. And I know that's quite harsh and direct and to the point, but it's gone. It's the past. You can't concentrate on what's happened before in the past. You're not going to get it back. It's done. What you have to think about is, you're welcome, Roxy. What you have to think about is now, because all you have is now, and you can make or you can bring about an amazing tomorrow. You know? So it's about now and what you've got. Okay, looking back, things happened because they needed to happen. And we have to accept that and make peace with it. I know for a lot of us, this is such a big issue that we wasted such a long amount of time being with these people, you know, devoting so much of our time, our energy, like maybe even our best years. You know, a lot of us wanted to, you know, have children, for example. We're at that point in our lives. Or a lot of us, you know, wasted a lot of our younger years, or, you know, many decades of years, which were quite valuable and quite important. But you know what? Oxford says, what if now is so hard and lonely? This exists in your mind and you're seeing it like this. It doesn't mean that it really is, because right now you have freedom. Oxford, you have freedom, and you don't need them. When you get yourself back to being you, you will make new connections with people. So right now you are healing. You know, all these years and years and years of this experience of what has happened, it's about healing from that. I know it's really hard, and I know you feel triggered, and I know you feel lonely. Oh, bless you. Oxford, I'm sending you a big hug. We're all going to send a big hug to you, Oxford, right now. Bless you. You will get through this, and you cannot give up on yourself. You've got away from something that was so devastating, so hard. Look. I mean, look at that. A lot of people don't get away. A lot of people don't realize what is going on until it's really too late, and it really affects their health, and they can't really do anything about it. Rakshit, thank you so much. I'm just going to read your comment out because I think this is really important. To anyone suffering from anxiety and panic attacks, post-abuse from cluster B personality disorders, ashwagandha, magnesium, glycinate helps a lot. Hit the gym, fellas. Thank you, Rakshit, so much. You're so kind of you to say that. Thank you. But honestly, Oxford, this is about now. You know what? Please, can we send some love to Oxford? Please, guys. I think she really needs it at the moment. And I completely understand that this is tough right now. But this is right now. And it's not going to stay like this forever. You're welcome. You're welcome. This is not going to stay like this forever. You are going to move through it. Remember, this all happens in cycles. Remember, it's our thoughts. We are never really lonely. We are always connected. We're never lonely. We're never on our own. Do you remember the angel, Oxford, the amethyst angel? So, you know, we are never on our own. There's always connections that are out there. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are so kind, so sweet, honestly. So it's about changing the way that you see this. Change the way that you see it. And make a better tomorrow. Daryl says they didn't tell us about narcissistic people in high school. Maybe they should. Yes, don't get me started on this subject. Oh, Oxford, good. I'm glad you're holding your angel. Yeah, don't get me started on this subject. How they don't teach how to protect ourselves emotionally, and what abuse is, what is psychological abuse, so that we can spot it, we can see it and do something about it. You are absolutely right, Daryl. Why didn't they teach us about this? Why did they not help us to protect ourselves? Why didn't they teach us a lot of things? That's another thing. I'm not even going to go into that because it's not a topic that I can talk about. Oh, guy next door, you're so sweet. Supportive, strong Viking hug. Oh. That's right, Young. Hit the gym, go for walks, hang out with friends, and build a strong character. Yes, be strong. Okay, Anushka, I will keep you. Oxford, you are doing an amazing job, and it's going to be okay, and you will move through this. Okay? it's not your reality. Don't stay in this prison. Remember, we can move forward. It's our mind. Roxy, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you for teaching us how to cope. It's so needed. You are so welcome, Roxy, and thank you for your donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, Zoe, then it needs to be taught in schools, definitely, for younger children, the younger generation who don't understand it, who don't see it for what it is. You know, that you cannot make head or tail. I mean, look, we had to be in our adulthood for us to actually click it and think, hold on a minute, what is actually going on here? Why is this happening? So this is really important that people do teach this. And I think, I really do think that psychology per se in itself, you are so welcome, Oxford. I think psychology in itself should be taught to younger and younger generation, and I feel like it should be, for taught in school, not just as a add-on subject, something that you do, as in A level or something like. Daryl, thank you. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Thank you, Daryl. I really, really, oh my God, really appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for all of your donations. Thank you to all of you. I am really enjoying this live. I really hope that it is helping all of you, and I am really grateful for all of your donations. Thank you, and all of your kind words. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Daryl, thank you so much. Thank you, Roxy. Neil says, I was married 22 years and my narc has replaced me with her first husband. Of course, of course. Lasted 6 months first time round. How can this be normal? Well, Neil, my friend, this actually isn't normal. Can you see? 22 years, that's a really, really long time. And, she went to her first husband. You know what? Because it was easy. It was easy. That's why she went back to him, because it was easy. She didn't have to work hard. And he was like, okay, I'll just take you back. No, none of this is normal. None of this is healthy. That's not how it works. But you see, narcissists make you think that actually relationships do work in that way. And you're like scratching your head thinking, did I get this wrong? Like, do I not understand this? That's why it all feels weird, because they are weird. Oh, I'm going to get shot for saying that, aren't I? Someone somewhere in the comments is going to shoot me for saying that. Michael. That's what I was saying. Like, none of it is like you're gaslighted into thinking that abusive situations or these types of relationships are normal and that's how people act or that's how people should behave in them, but it's really not. Thank you, Daryl. I really appreciate your comment. Thank you. He was already programmed. Yeah, you see, they were already programmed into that. I also, yes, Midnight Blue, you're right. Agreed, Coach. I think this type of abuse should be illegal also. I agree. Like, I think there should be more stipulations put into place for people, because actually, if you really think about it, they affect us so much. They take so much of our time, so much of our emotion, our love, and also psychologically, they bring so much damage. And this is why I always say to you guys, I know they do. Like, I get it. I get that this is really awful. Eric, you're here. I know that this is really awful what they do. Guy next door, thank you so much. Porn addiction, personality disorders, proper sex education, and non-gender biased education. What abuse should be in schools worldwide. I know. I completely agree with, especially with everything that is happening now. This should be taught, and I think there should be workshops and things like that where people can access this information freely, so people can talk about it, people can help others, like, so that somebody else does not get affected. And you're right, Midnight Blue, like making this illegal, like bringing more making it highlighted that actually, you know what, this is not okay. Like this is what happens. This can happen, but this is how you spot it. This is, if somebody does this, this is what happens. Well, these are the consequences, because like, it's like what I was saying, and it takes us a while to realize this and get back on our feet. Thank you so much, guy next door. I appreciate it. To really like get back on our feet. But this is what I tried to say in all of the lives and all of the videos, that actually, okay, it's been done. We accept, right? It's done. I get it, right? You know, but now I choose me, and I can move forward from this, because you can, anyone can. And it is about, you're right, Oxford, this is about awareness and choosing yourself, standing up to this, you know, to this abuse. So when they're texting you, when they're getting in contact with you, and we are like, oh, I feel really bad when I'm not texting them. And I'm not laughing at you guys. I really am not. I'm just saying it for a fact. We're thinking, oh my God, I really want to message them back. For what? More abuse? For them to get back at you? For them to do more stuff to you? To go around in this cycle again? No, this is what I mean. We got to stand up for ourselves. We got to see this for what this really is. This isn't, you know what? This isn't that somebody, you know, has made a mistake and they're going to change. They don't want to change. They don't give a flying to change. You know, they don't, because they get their needs met. And also, it's like what I was saying in one of the videos or the shorts, they have an external locus of control. And in psychology, that means they externalize everything. So they see that everything outside of them is the problem, not them. They can't look inwards. See, us empaths, probably all of us in this community, we would have an internal locus of control. It's not called locus as in L-O-C-U-S. It's spelled L-O-C-I. I think it's Latin, loci of control. Loci of, not locus, loci. My mistake. Sorry, guys. Loci of control. So it's a Latin word. I don't actually know what it means. Thank you, Neil. Bless you. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Neil. So we will internalize it, and we would think like, oh, we've got to change in some way. We've got to, you know, do something about it. So we take the responsibility for the change, which is why the narcissist, the empath and the narcissist dynamic, a match made in hell. They blame, we take on the blame, we change, we do what they want us to do. Can you see how it works? So we need to learn about this. This is important information that needs to be put out there. Because how else are we going to know? We're going to get affected by this abuse. That's basically how we have all known about this, is because we have been affected by the abuse. Marilyn Luna says, why must they have so much supply? Good question. And they do. It's all about the attention, the validation. They've got to feel special. They've got to feel like someone is noticing them. Which is why a lot of them are very, I want to not use the word clever, very clever. And they have these high-powered jobs. And this is why they do it, because you know why? Because this is why they're so motivated, because they want the attention. They want this validation. They want this worship. Ultimately, they want worship. They want to be put on a pedestal. It's because in childhood, their parents didn't do this to them. They weren't seen. It's conditional love. Does anyone know the difference between conditional and unconditional love? If someone can explain it, put it in the chat. You're welcome, Midnight Blue. Yeah? It's very much conditional. And you're right, Dalesford, we're a battery to them. We are always about providing, isn't it? About giving, providing all the time. Giving them so much. Please, Neil, don't you worry. Do not apologize. I'm grateful for everything. Thank you anyway. Thank you, Neil. I've heard that narcs are people pleasers too. Is that true? That's a really good question as well, actually. Yeah, they are. They are. Yes. They please people because they want supply themselves. So if they're nice, they know that this person is going to be able to validate them. A lot of them, if they're in that stage of being a victim, because they want something. This is why it's all about what they can get from you. And if they're pleasing you in some way, then you know what? Then you will give it back to them. So that's what they're doing. It's like, it's conditional. It's like tit for tat. Stephen says sophisticated, not clever. They would be direct. But yes, thank you. Stephen, you are right. It is about, yes, it's sophistication. They're not clever. I was about to say intelligent, but the two don't go in the same word. I know, in the same sentence rather. Yeah, they do. Narcs, people please to get something. That's right, Oxford. They do. It's about getting something. They know. Yeah, they don't have loving hearts. You're right. 5 more likes. This is amazing. Paddy says, conditional love, you get it if you give them something unconditional, how a child or even a dog lives with their parent or carer. Yes, thank you. You are absolutely right, Paddy. That's exactly it. That is exactly how you can tell the difference, because conditional love is like you expect something from someone. So you do something for someone and then you expect it back. But unconditional love is just, you just give. You just do it because you love that person. And that's what I'm saying. That is about the kindness. That is about the respect you have for that person. Since when does a narcissist do that? They don't. So again, I'm going to use the example when they're messaging you. Hi, how are you? Do you want to meet up? What are you up to? It doesn't matter if you ghost them, if you don't reply. It's absolutely fine. It is absolutely fine to just blank, because you choose you. Because you are moving forward and you are choosing yourself and you are moving forward. That's how you got to think of it, guys. So whenever you hear from them again, because a lot of you will, think this. Think of my laughing voice, that, hi, how are you? You know, what do you want to know that for? You were horrible to me. You treated me like this. You've done A, B, and C. Why do you want to know how I'm doing? You're watching me on social media. Why would you want to know how I'm doing? You know, you can see. Marilyn Luna says, do they even love? Are they capable? So their love, Marilyn, is not the same way that we would define love, like me or you would. It's a different thing. It's a non-connection. They say they love you, but we can all say, I love you. We can all say, I love you, but do you actually mean it? Show me, prove it to me, show me that you care about me. So it's different. Their love is conditional. Okay? There's conditions to it. You do something for me. You do everything for me, but I'm not going to do it for you. That's the difference. I know. I shouldn't really be sarcastic, but it comes out just naturally sometimes when I'm talking. So I hope I haven't offended anyone. I was doing it for effect. I really hope I haven't. But you know, I'm just saying, like when they message and they're like, hi, what you doing? How you been? I haven't heard from you for ages. And they're like, really, come up with something better. Tom says, I haven't heard from my narc in 3 years. Will she be back? Maybe. But you shouldn't be thinking like that, because you're going to draw her closer to you. You should be thinking, right, woohoo, I've got out of jail 3 years ago. I'm fine. I'm living my life. I'm doing what I want to do. That's how you got to think, that you're living your best life. You got to live your life. Doesn't matter about what they're doing. She might come back. She might contact you. We don't know. Thank you so much. Thank you. Pete, don't repeat. I love that name. How cool is that? Pete, don't repeat. Love it. Do you notice how they can lie about how they feel and how much their non-verbal communication? I felt their lies now, and I feel the truth. Dirty laundry. Yeah, like you can. Do you know what? Thank you, Pete. Don't repeat. Sorry, I love that name. Pete, don't repeat. Yeah. So you can feel it when someone lies to you. You can just feel it. It's their energy, isn't it? They lie about everything because none of it, they don't feel, so they just pretend to feel. I think someone else had asked, like, do they actually feel anything? You know what? Like um, this is about, there's no connection. They don't feel. They don't, like, it's their energy. There's something off. You can always, you could always feel it. And like you did, I felt their lies. And they do. There is a lot of that. Because they're trying to create this illusion. They're trying to create something that isn't real. Something that will gaslight you into submission. And you can always tell when someone lies. Yeah, this is a hack that I'm going to tell you guys. So you can always tell when someone lies. Oh my God, right. If we get 3 more likes and we get to 100, I will tell you how you can spot a liar. Come on, guys, please, 3 more likes. Just 3 more. Please, 3 more. We'll get it to 100, and I'm going to tell you how you spot a liar in an instant. Come on, guys, 3 more likes. Yes, they get worse with age, definitely. 3 more likes, guys. Up to 100. Because someone tell me if when we get to 100, because I will tell you how you can spot a liar. I should have used this trick as well. See, you learn all these things in psychology. 1 more like, guys. 1 more. Come on, please, guys. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. All right. So, right. Okay. The way that you can tell when someone is lying is when they talk to you, they will not look at you. They will not give you eye contact. Thank you, guy next door. I will read your comment. Thank you for your donation. Thank you. But I'll read your comment in just a moment. So, thank you. So, when someone speaks to you, when someone's telling you a lie, they will look down. They will not look into your eye. If they do look into your eyes, they won't look directly into your eyes because they're telling lies. I love that. They won't look directly into your eyes because they're telling lies. That's how you know. Usually people look onto the floor or they look away or they don't look up. They look literally away or just underneath, like literally there, like they will not look in your eye. And also, you will feel it as well. You'll be like, hold on a minute. This person is telling me BS. You'll know. Yes. And if we're talking about narcissists, their eyes go black for sure. And also, sometimes people are very calculated as well. So sometimes someone can be very calm, like too calm. Like when you're asking someone, they're like, no, I'm fine. I'm really fine. So like you can tell the tone of voice. Always, this is what you got to watch out for. Not what the person is saying, is their body language. That's how you always tell. This is what we got taught in psychology is look at the body language. Look at what is not being said verbally because your body is communicating as well. It's not just verbal, but it's your body as well that's communicating. So when somebody lies, you can tell by the body language, the tone of the voice. This is the kind of the little details that you got to look out for. Okay? So no eye contact, tone of voice changes, and body language. Okay, so when sometimes people are so relaxed, they're like, no, I didn't cheat. I didn't do that. What? Why are you accusing me? So do you know what I mean? Like they'll deflect. That's another thing. It will be deflect. So try to change the subject. Maybe put the blame onto you. So, and you'll feel it. You'll know. So trust your intuition, guys, because it will never let you down. It will always be there. It will never let you down. Marilyn Luna says, 6 years I could write a book. I have not met anyone in my position. Bless you. Please do write the book. You have to write the book. That would be amazing. Oh, sorry. I completely got sidetracked there. Guy next door. There's no such thing as conditional love. We put conditions on how we wish to be treated by our partners. It's their choice if they want to comply. I really like that. You're absolutely right. I think there's conditions on everything, but it's ultimately, it's their choice how we want to comply. That's it. I really like that. Guy next door, please, we need to do a live together. We have to. Oh, Yang, don't talk to me about the book. I am not even going to talk about that. That is literally a word that I cannot talk about this book. This whole week, I have been wanting to sit down and write. Oh, I did a podcast episode thing for the mentorship. And I did it literally a couple of hours ago. And it was all about, if any of you are in the mentorship, it was all about aligning to love. That's what I was talking about. But that's a really good idea, Kelly. You should take our stories and compile a book. That's a really good idea. But would any of you want to disclose what happened? Would any of you want to be in a book? If I was to write a book about all of your experiences, who would participate? Who would want to share? I mean, I could actually, you could share it and I could keep your identity anonymous. I know, Zoe, I know I need to write this book. What I was going to say is I've just about kind of organized myself. It's hard when you got work for yourself. I'm not going to lie, some days you're like, my brain is just fried. What do I need to do? You know? Yes, absolutely, Oxford. He needs to be on this live. Yang, please. I know, it will become a meme. I know. Yes. Oxford, yes, the pioneer. Yes. Oh, really? All of you would? Oh my God. This is another book, guys. I haven't even written this first one. Okay. I hear you guys. Okay. We will write a book. Another book. With all of your experiences. I think that's a great idea, actually. I really do. Good night, Louise. Oh. Paddy, my ex told me she could beat a lie detector anytime. Maybe. But are those lie detectors really accurate? You know, our intuition is the lie detector and they don't get past us. That's how we got to think. You're welcome, Clarity of Ya. You're really, really welcome. Kelly, I love that you will outshine Stephen King with the horrors. Oh, bless you. No, I love Stephen King. I do. He's great. I used to read his books, but yes, they were the Book of Horrors. Yes, that's what it should be called. No, I can't. Who would think of a great title for this book? Please help, because I don't know. What could we call it? The Book of Narcs. The Playbook of... No, that's someone else. Thank you so much, Pete. Don't repeat. Pete, don't repeat. Sorry. I have a great movie in my head. Non-fictional fiction. The Narcissistic Way of Life. Yes. That is brilliant. Pete, don't repeat. Are you a movie director? You've got to make this film. You have to make this film. This would be amazing. The Narcissistic Way of Life. Do you know how many lives you would save? I know. How funny is Kelly? Kelly, you are on point today. Oh, I like that. Short stories of survivors and poems written by survivors. Oh, I love that. Yes, Oxford, yours would definitely be called The Pioneer. The Pioneer. The Pioneer Book of Narcissists. The Narcissist's book. The Pioneer's book. The nice book. Oh, this would be good. The Pioneer and Her Slave. I love that. That sounds like a story, but it's not a story because it'd be like real. What other titles for a book could I have? Could we have? Not me, we. Oh, Kelly, you are on point. No, he did not steal your sense of humour. That was hilarious. Stephen King, I'll give him a run for his money, for sure. Yes, the guy next door. Diaries. Diaries of my encounter with Cruella de Vil. I love that. Would you really, Midnight Blue? I would love your help with the book. Definitely. I would really appreciate that. Thank you. The Wizard of Oz and Other Narcissists. Yes. Why is it always about you? I like that. Why is it always about you? The Wizard of Oz and Other Narcissists. Yes, yes. Call it Narciss Magnet. Yes, Kid Ross Productions. Yes. Call it Narciss Magnet. Pete, don't repeat, thank you. I'm going to schedule time with you to discuss the movie. I cannot wait. Yes, please. Oh my God, yes. 100%. You need to get this movie. Like, we would all watch it like 7 times over for sure. For sure. Eric, I love that. Adventures with a Narcissist. Yes. That's also a good book suggestion, Stephen. Emotional Vampires Suck. Marilyn. Oh, yes. Housewives of Narcissists. I'm loving this. Michael, yeah, me, myself, and I. Oh my God, I'm laughing. I am laughing. Narcissistic. Yes. We are shooting a movie in the UK. Yes, everyone come over to the UK. You can all stay at mine. It'll be fine. We'll have a party. Marilyn says they are the narcissists. They have zero idea that we're the only ones there for them. Yeah, I know. Like, all they had to do was treat us nicely. Yang, do you know what? I've invited you twice over and you're like, meh. Yeah, right. Actually, the term flying monkeys is from The Wizard of Oz. Yeah, it is actually. Yes, narcissists will eat you. Yes, narcissists will eat you. Narcissist food. Yeah, I guess. I needed a laugh. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are laughing. Energy vampires of the century. Yes, this is another good one. Narcissism for dummies. Brian. But then the narcissist will read it and then they'll know how to act even more. Oh, Neil, that's a good one. Angels with Dirty Faces, an old movie but worth a watch. But that could be the title of the book. But they're not angels. That's true. Yes, Dalesford, book signing party for sure. Everyone, please come to the UK. Please, and those of you in warmer countries, please bring the weather with you as well, because there's no sun here in the UK. You just have grey all year round. Clarity of, yeah, you're right. They just need repentance and compassion, but that means they had to admit that they're not perfect, and they're not. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Oh my gosh, I've just looked at the time. Where's the time gone? Guys, who's fast forwarded the time? How is it that time already? I didn't even realise. It's when we're having fun, guys. Actually, it says, why do narcissists show their insecurities and true nature when drunk? Because there's no filters. There's no filters. They're not having to put on a show all the time. They're like, yeah, I'm drinking. You know, like when we all have a drink and we're all a bit happy. We've got no filters. The same they do as well. They are themselves and they show their insecurities. So you get an insight into what happens. The mask falls. Marilyn, no, do not expose. Don't do that. Please don't. Just save yourself. Save yourself. Dalesford, I love that as well. Broken Wings of Angels. The Thriver Diaries. Michael, I know you're not talking about a book cover or book title, but I like that. It's rained forever here. I think that sounds like a good book. I know. Seriously, it's like raining and raining. When is summer coming? I don't know. JJ, I love that. The Stirring of the Cauldron. Yeah, Midnight Blue. I love that too. I love the idea of the housewives. Despicable Me 2.0. Yeah, we know. We know, Yang, you don't stop talking. Yeah, we know. You do have the gift of the gab, you do. Marilyn, Housewives of the Narcissists is the name. Yes. Oh, Kelly. Go on, Kelly. Streetcar Name Destructions. I like that. Dalesford, The Entity Comes In. Brian, Because I Said So. These are amazing, amazing books. They're also really good film titles too. Neil says, get out, bring a third party in, a good lawyer and will expose them. That really scares them. Great advice. Great, just get out, just go. Don't you expose them, you leave. Yes, this guy is pure evil. I'm so be careful, Marilyn. Bless you. Our hearts are with you. Just be careful and always look after yourself. Could I sue him? Get the lawyer, get advice from the solicitor. Oh, Kelly, another one. Merry-go-round of destruction. I like that one too. Go on, Kelly. Kelly, you are smashing it. Dalesford says, yeah, you beat me really good. Behind the Mask, My Last Summer with a Predator, Guy Next Door. I love that. Yes. Brian, You Did This to Me. Yeah, I like that one too. These are brilliant, guys. Like, honestly, you guys are geniuses. JJ says The Trials of Terrors. I love this. Do you know what? This is going to be amazing. Like, we have to we have to write this. We have to absolutely write this. I need to get on and do some work and not F about. I'm not though, guys. I do work, honestly. Although Yang will probably just write something in the comments that I don't, but I do work. I'm not sitting there with my feet up watching TV all day. I do actually do some work. But honestly, guys, thank you so much for your suggestions of the book. They do, don't they, Oxford? They have absolutely incredible minds. You are all so intelligent. Dances with donkeys. Yes. Don't beat the pink balloon. That's also a really good one. Dances with donkeys. Oh my God, guys, you are absolutely hilarious. So funny. So fun. I'm going to watch this live again and I'm going to be laughing because I can't now, but I'm going to watch this again. How similar do you think BPD is? Seems legit the same. $1 Million Lex. Now, I've got to say something about actually that question. Do you know, personally, I think it is very similar. I think it's almost exact. However, there are people out there who disagree with that, and that's absolutely fine. But my opinion is that BBC is very similar to NPD. We're talking about a personality disorder with very similar characteristics and minor discrepancies. You know, like I really do feel like the two are very similar. They're also in the cluster B presentation, so quite similar for sure. But others will disagree. I think with borderline, they're a lot. They show their emotions a little bit more. Narcissists do show their emotions a little bit, but not as much as BPD. I think that's the only difference. They can feel, but it's not like us. That's what I can say. It's not like us. Land sharks are real, Kelly. I know, Marilyn. You lot are so funny, so hilarious. So we're in the last 5 minutes, 4 minutes now. I can't believe that the time's gone, and I hope this live has helped. Yes, I am in the UK. Yes. Am I from the UK? I am in the UK now. Yeah, being with given to the woman, more narcissistic for men, and maybe people with BPD being more driven to finding a love that they won't find. So you're right. Yeah, I think it is. It's pretty much similar. Yeah, being given to women more. Yes, yes, I agree with that. I have worked quite a bit with borderlines. I have done early on when I started my psychology training. I worked quite a lot with schizophrenia and borderline, with personality disorders, because no one else wanted to. I got the short straw. They said, Anushka, you go, because you can talk to them. You know what you're saying. I'm like, I really don't. And they were like, no, you go. We'll deal with the people who've got eating disorders. And I was like, I'd rather do that because they're so much nicer. But anyway, so I got the short straw. So they got me to go and work with schizophrenia and personality disorders. Well, let me tell you, I learned very fast what personality disorders are all about. So I knew very well the manipulations. They got me good. Because I was very naive, very nice, want to help everybody. And I learned the hard way, guys. I learned the hard ways. But yeah. Eric says, I've got 200 plus nights in the riot zone of experience post-narc. Anushka, we have seen so much. You have been my best friend online. Oh, bless you for a while. In the center of the street, your work saved me some pain. Fact. Oh, I'm really pleased. I'm really happy. Eric, you always have such lovely comments. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. No, Michael. No, they didn't throw poo at me. No. But I tell you what I did once. Okay, and I shouldn't have done it really quickly. Okay, so they didn't throw poo at me. No, they just really manipulate you. Like they'll send you on a wild goose chase, and I was like, what on earth is going on? Or they'll argue, like, so for example, when they had to take medication, they would just argue with you. They throw trainers at you, they throw like smelly laundry or underwear at you, and you're like, oh my god, I'm dying. But I remember once there was no one like senior there, so it was me and a couple of the other workers. So mind you, this is like right at the beginning. I think this was probably like my 3rd month there. And I was ready to walk. I had enough. Like, I don't know if any of you work in mental health or have ever experienced working with schizophrenia, joint with personality disorder. It's another world. Anyway, so I remember like I was just like, what do I do? And I remember I put the music on and that song came in, by Flow Rider. sometimes I'm not going to sing it because I cannot sing. My voice is just, I'm not going to do this to myself. That song came on and I put the volume really loud and I was like, right, let's all dance. Let's have it. Let's have some fun. Woo! And I literally, everyone literally got up off the sofas. They started jumping from one sofa to the next. It was just literally nuts because this song I had put, so I was like, yeah, let's have a party. And it calmed them all down. Well, it stopped them from doing what they were doing. And then I turned them. It was like I was playing a game, like, you know, musical chairs. Has anyone, or whatever it's musical statues? Has anyone played that game? So I did that. It worked. I got out of trouble. I really did. So that's what happened. This is what happens when you have to work with mental health. You have to just literally think on the spot. You really do. Zoe, oh, bless you. I know some of them are so, like, they're so lovely. I get it. The schizophrenia. I remember when I worked at Mind as well, and I always worked with schizophrenia or personality disorder. That was like my forte. Always worked with those clients. Now, different story. I work with the survivors of people like that. So I know it from both sides. Right, so I'm going to answer this last question. Kid Ross Productions, you are very welcome. You're very welcome. Actually, you said, what percentage of the population do you think has NPD? Good question. I don't know. I'll be guessing. I don't know. And this is not fact, so I couldn't say, oh, yeah, definitely. Anywhere between 5 to 7%. I think it's more common than we think. I think it's to do with challenging childhoods and family dynamics. I think that's where it needs to start. If we were to eradicate narcissism, it would start within the family home and the dynamics. So guys, that's the last of it. That's the last question I'm going to answer. I've just obviously realized the time. And Yang needs to go to sleep as well. Brian Burns is 10%. Oh, really? Is it 10%? 5%? Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I will look for the actual number. But yes, guys, I just want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you, for all of you for being here. I hope that this live has helped you, like answering your questions, and you've got something out of it. Please know that you are not on your own. Please know that you will get through this. You are very welcome, Brian. You're working all the way from Costa Rica. I really want to go to Costa Rica, Brian. One day I will go. Thank you. You're welcome. You know, I really hope it has helped. I'll be back tomorrow with I do, yeah. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. I don't know what the title is, but I don't know. But you'll know tomorrow. We will know tomorrow. I'll send it out on the stories over on Instagram. What else? I will be back next Tuesday. Next Tuesday we are back for the lives. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Love you too, Oxford. Thank you. Aspasia, thank you for watching from Greece. I'll be there soon. Thank you, each and every one of you. I really hope that all of you have a wonderful week. And know that each and every one of you is special. Thank you from North Carolina. Thank you to you too. And you got this. You can move forward from this. That's what you got to remember. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week. Bye-bye. Bye.